Do you know what someone in 1992 had to have in order to be considered wealthy? Do you think it was $1 million? Not even. Do you think it was $500,000? Nope, not even that. I mean, it was 1992, so maybe you only needed to have $100,000. Nope. I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with what's in this kitchen. Something in this kitchen, if you had it, you were considered wealthy in 1992. In 1992, all you had to have in order to be considered wealthy was a dishwashing machine like this. When I bought my first home in 2001, that home did not have a dishwasher. And I remember sitting there every single night after dinner, hand washing my dishes, thinking to myself, the next home that I buy is going to have a dishwasher. But that's almost 10 years after that stat from 1992, that if you had a dishwasher, you were considered wealthy, but I still owned a home. A lot of people think you have to be wealthy to buy a home. But from my experience, it's buying a home is what makes you wealthy. And some people will say they have the antidote, yeah, but Darin, I bought a home in 2005, 2006, and I lost all the value in it, and I had to short sell it, so it doesn't always work out that way. Okay, and if you would have kept that house, how much equity would you have today? If during Super Bowl 51, if the Patriots would have quit halfway through the third quarter when they were down 28-3, they also wouldn't have won that Super Bowl. So if you would have kept the house instead of short selling it, how much equity would you have today between principal pay down and continued appreciation? So back to the thing that's an indicator of wealth today, just like a dishwasher was an indicator of wealth in 1992, what is that indicator of wealth today? It is an iPhone. An iPhone. That is what is an indicator of wealth. So if you have an iPhone, but you don't have a house yet, ask yourself, why do you have an indicator of wealth, but you don't have something that will actually make you wealthy? And the number one reason that we'll hear why people don't buy a home that want to buy a home is that homes are just too expensive. And I kind of get that reasoning, but what type of home are you looking at? If you look at the average price home and go, well, that's what I have to buy, maybe I understand. But guess what? In order for that to be average, that means that there's a whole bunch of homes that are more expensive, and there's a whole lot of homes that are less expensive. The very first home that Catherine and I bought together was less expensive than the average home. It didn't have granite or quartz countertops. It didn't have stainless steel appliances. It didn't have hardwood flooring. And yet that's one of the best investments that we've ever made. In fact, none of the homes that I've bought or Catherine has bought or we've bought together have ever been more expensive than what the average price of a home is. You can get a really nice home for less than average price out there. I think a lot of this comes back to what HGTV has presented as what a home should look like, that it should have this aesthetic look and aesthetic feel to it. And I think about these silly memes I always see on Facebook about, like, I'm a beekeeper and my spouse is a balloon artist and we're looking for a home for 1.2 million. HGTV is not reality real estate television. It's entertainment. I saw that little factoid that if you had a dishwasher in 1992 and an iPhone today, that those were indicators of wealth. I just thought it presented an interesting context of what is an indicator of wealth versus what is actually wealthy. And I really do believe that you don't have to be wealthy to buy a home, but buying a home can make you wealthy. And it's easy to dismiss buying a home and say, well, homes are too expensive, if you're only looking at the average price and above, and you're ignoring all the really nice homes that are below the average price out there.